Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we're in week 4 of our Christmas, 12 weeks of Christmas ideas. And this week, week 4, is all about baubles and ornaments. So I thought, well, why don't we do something to show you that you can make an ornament for a tree, whether it's a large tree or a small tree. These are going to be mini ones because it's a fairly small punch, but you can make it for with any punches you want, not necessarily Christmas bauble-y sort of punches, so circles that you can fold in half, but any shape. So I thought we'd take the Scotty dog punch and we'd make some hanging baubles with the Scotty punch. So I need some paper that is going to be the same. As I said, I'm using the remnants of this pack, so there's not a huge amount left, but I've got green tartan or I've got red. That red will probably, oh, I've got 3 of that red. So let's have that red. I think will look nice for the Scotty. I don't think I've got any tartan as such, so these pieces, I think I only need 2. So we can have 2, or I could have it as a green tartan one for the tree. Depends what we think. Do we think green or do we think red? I don't really mind, actually. I think either would look nice. So what we need to do, though, is we need to be consistent. So I'm going to have red because red's more traditionally Christmas. So you need to punch out some in this way. Okay, so, and the little bow, because we'll add the bows afterwards. So I'm doing 2. I think I might get another one in on here. I won't get the bow, but that's fine. So that's 3, 4, the bow. 5, 6. So I'm going to do 6 for now. There is another one in the front. Now I'm going to turn the paper over and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. If you do it with cardstock, you don't need to, but because this is not going to be symmetrical when it's turned over, it means that we need to stick the 2 sheets together to form one piece which is the same pattern either side. Okay, and yes, the stripes are going to be a little bit different, but I don't think that that's going to matter too much. So I'm just making sure that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more on here is 6. So we've then got 6 of each one. So it gives us 12, but what we're going to do is we are going to stick. So we've got these on this side. Let's make sure that we've got them. Okay, so those are the 6 on that side. I'm just putting my bows either side because we'll have a few bows on there as well. And then we've got these ones. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take the dog and we need to put them together so we've got exactly the same thing either side. So let me just do those quickly and then we should, so I need to glue this one this way. And you need to do it fairly well, so make sure you've got your glue around your sides. You could use double-sided tape if you wanted to, but I just wanted to show you that you can do an ornament with any shape, not necessarily one that's exactly the same. So while we're doing that, we're going to fold it in half. Now, the easiest way to do it is to fold it so it's leg onto leg. So you see the little legs at the bottom, so you've got those that are straight. Okay, and so we've got that in half, and we'll put that down at the side. So let's do the next one. So these are all going to be little red Scotties. And obviously you could use the stamp, you could use, I got this out to show you that you could use floral ones. You can really use whatever you've got. Experiment with the punches you've got, and don't think, oh, I can't do this because it's not the same either side. It doesn't really matter, because if you do it with the same paper, it's going to be fine. So again, we're going to do it so that the little leg is going to come in. Just making sure that I've done it. Have I done it the right way? Yes, I have. So we just want to do it in half. And I'm just going to do all of them together. So let me just get the glue in on this, do the next one. But I think using things that we've got, and you know, I know that not everybody's going to have this punch because it's a fairly new one, but you've got different shapes and things that you could then have on the tree as just little hanging decorations. You can decorate them how you want, so you can actually, once they're together, you can cover them completely in sequins, in any form of sparkly you can think of. So, you know, yeah, sequins, bits of ribbon round them, little diamantes for their eyes, you know, rhinestones for their eyes, pearls for their eyes, little bit of tinsel around their collars, whatever you want. And if you're doing a flower, you know, you can do the flower in different colours. It's entirely up to you, but it is a good way of using up, again, you know, your scraps. You could use gold foiled paper, you could use any form of you know, glitter paper. You just need to make sure, if it's glitter paper which is only one-sided, which most of them are, that you stick it back to back. So that's why I'm showing you this way, because it's a way of sticking back to back. And I'll show you one I did earlier when I didn't do it, and I suddenly thought, why don't I do it back to back, because then it's not going to show as much. So I'll show you the one that isn't back to back, and then I'll show you the one that is. So need to put that in half, just about right. Put this one in half, and as I say, you're always doing it so that you're leg onto leg. So you know that the tail and the front is not going to be correct, but you know that the base is going to be as near to being the same as you can get it. And I'm not folding it too precisely, because as we start putting it together, you'll see that we will probably add some little bits and pieces, you know, shuffle it round a bit. So we need to just add some glue into one half. So I'm taking it on the tail section of this one, and then I'm taking this one and I'm matching up the feet and matching up this piece in the middle here. So match this up, so you've got a whole dog there, and then match this piece up so that you've got your head, and you've got a little bit of tail coming through on this one, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so that one then comes down to here, and you take the next one. So I need to just fold that one the other way around, actually, because I got that on the opposite way. So on here again, just put some glue on your tail. Come on, I'm nearly out of this glue. You know me, I use my glue until the last knockings and then we'll replace it with some other. So we're going to take this one, do exactly the same thing. So we want it to come, open our dog up like this so that we know that it's coming in on here and the feet are the same. Okay, and then we can move that one across. We'll do the next one, that's fine. I think I just folded a couple the wrong way. And again, it doesn't matter because you just fold them the right way. So again, we're going to put this one in and literally I'm making sure that the feet are as level as they can and the tail and this part are as level as they can go. So we've got that bit in there, we've got that bit in there, like that. And then we've got this one. So we've got two more, and in one of these, so I'm doing this on the tail. So in one of these, we are going to stick some twine so it can hang up on the tree. And as I say, this would work perfectly on a mini tree. So you're not doing a, you know, this wouldn't go onto a large tree necessarily, but it would go onto one of these smaller trees and you could do them all in different colours if you wanted to. I think it'd be quite fun. So let's do that one on there. Now we're on to the last one. So this is going to be stuck on here, right the way between the two. But what we need to do is we want to put some, just a little bit of something so it can hang from the tree. So I'm taking a piece like this. Have to excuse me having ink over my fingers. I always do a series at the same time, so I'm in the same frame of mind. So you know the ones that I did with the starry sky. Well, I've got starry sky on my fingers, so I will, when I've finished this one, which is the third one in this week, so week 4, I will then clear and wash everything up at the same time. So now I don't know whether I've got that. It's because I've got some glue on my fingers and I want to have it fairly low down. So I'm trying to get it in on here. Let's put this one through so we can see it where it's coming through like that. And then I just need to take it down as low as I can. So that gives us our little piece for hanging it. So we're going to put this piece in. Where are we? That's the one in here. So this is going to go up in the center. So I'm going to just add the little bit of glue just down on this center piece like that. And then I can put this just in on there so it tucks in on the center. Then I can take this one and I'm going to glue this side and I'm going to glue this side, and then I'm going to put this piece in, and this is the last piece. So this piece is going to come and we need to get both of the feet to come together. So if you're looking, that foot and that foot is together. So you can squeeze it down a little bit so that they all come in together. And we should have, you can do as many as you want. I've only done 5 on here, but if you wanted to do more, you could do. But you can see that you've got, open this one up, it's just got a little bit of glue on it. Okay, so you've now got those, but if you look at it this way, you've got all of the little ones. Hanging it up, you're going to see it right from the top, but you can see it hangs quite prettily on the tree like that. You've got your dogs, and now we can do a bit of decorating. So we've got, and they're going to be double-headed dogs because the tail comes up here, but you can't see it very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a collar in on, and I've just got to see how many I've got of these. I think I should have enough. So let me just put this on here. and we're going to put the green tartan bow round, so we can have a little bit of bow on here. And I'm doing it on every other one because one should be the tail, even though you've got a double head, because that's why if you do it in the same, whoops, turn that round, if you do it in the same patterned paper, you can't really see that you've got the tail there. So you can in fact do the bow on each one, but I think if you remember, as I was cutting some of these out, they weren't going in completely the right, I couldn't cut a whole one out, if you remember. Some of them I cut parts out, so if you want the whole ones and you want your bows in, then you probably need to, I might have enough, says me getting glue everywhere. We'll just see as we go. So this is going to go in on here like that, a little bit of the bow, and that's going to go in on here. So I've got quite a few, but I don't know whether I've got enough to do more than every other one, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So it's just the head rather than the head and the tail. So that's in there, and we've got this one in here, and that's it. Okay, yes, that'll work fine. I haven't got quite enough to go round again, but I could have done it if I wanted to and just cut them out more precisely. So you've got a little bit of a bow on each one like that. Okay, so that hangs up, and you've got your bows coming in on each one of these, which is quite nice. As I say, you can have the bow coming in on the other bit, which I think would probably look quite good, but I've only got 3. Have I? Yes, that's a different one that I was using for something else. So I've only got 3 of those, which is then going to be lopsided. So what I am going to do is I'm going to add a little pearl, or a little, in fact, probably one of the rhinestones. So let's get these rhinestones out, and I'm going to add a rhinestone to each one of them. So have I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I'm going to add middling ones, I think, or small ones. Small, actually. Don't want a great big huge eye. So we'll put a little eye in on here, like that. Little eye in on there. Eye in on there, which again will catch the light when you've got the lights on the tree. Whoops. One like that. And I'll show you in a minute the one I did where I didn't back the paper, and it works, but it doesn't work that well. So I think this is the last one, isn't it? I did 6. As I say, you can do as many as you want. You could actually do sort of, you know, 12 of them or something like that. So that's how it comes up at the top. You're not going to be able to see that, are you? But you can see on here, you've got the little Scotty dogs, and you've got each one with their little twinkly bits on. And as I say, you could add some ribbon, you could add, you know, whatever you wanted. You could actually do a series of them, put a string or a ribbon running through, and have, you know, a row of these, a row below, and have a complete, you know, hanging chain of them, which would look quite pretty. So that's that one. This is the one that I did to start off with, and you can see I didn't back the paper. So you've got the back end of the tail and the back of the head, and it doesn't look quite as nice. If I show you this one, you can see on here, that's the front, that's the one that came in together, that's where the tail comes. So you can see the tail comes up on here, but you can hardly see it. You can actually make it a double-sided one. So I would put the bow on there and have them as two tops. But I think, you know, a fun idea, you really can use any punch you want or any die you want and literally just fold them together. And again, I think this would look quite nice as having a 3 or 4 of them just running all the way down and having them as a big long hanging thing that you know, you could hang on the door. But I think they look very pretty. I hope you can see me. There's me hanging them up on here. You can't see me doing this at all, can you? Right, so if I do it this way, you can see how they come beautifully. And if I hang them like, get that terrible bit of thing on there, hang it that way, you can see how they really do hang prettily and make a rather nice little decoration to hang on the tree. So there we are, a simple one to finish the week with, but again, you know, play around with it. Do flowers, do dogs, do circles as baubles, whatever you fancy, and make some pretty little ornaments out of your scraps. So thank you all, as always, for watching me. Please stay safe and well. Please be kind. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.